These niggas ain't ready, cuz I'm bound by honor. Look. The less black lives matter, the more we climb up the success ladder, make these leeches more matter. But I'd rather do that than let all these years shatter. I send shots, watch them scatter. I let my actions speak, never fed into the chatter. Can't hear the haters hate, cause my weed is way louder. Hypocrites hypnotized, how you fall into their power. So where if you're surrounded all days, ain't got time to be lounging, cause they biting and they fouling. Pointers in this world ain't no fighting fair. They giving niggas honey years, I'm popping niggas right there. The good don't make it here. I said the good don't make it here. It's my turn to break this chain. Broke my mama's heart when I walk across that stage, but I'ma make it up when labels act to sign my name. Pulling up in that Lambo, black on black, Bruce Wayne. PG said we gon' get used to the pain. CIP, all my niggas lost a lot to the game. For my niggas, I'ma make it so the world remember their name. Cause every song that I make, I'm representing the gang. They said the rich don't sleep, that's the price you gon' pay. Can't tell me shit about this heat, sleet, and the rain. Cause I've been out here day by day trying to get in my change. And any nigga get in my way, get torched with this flame, nigga. I remember summer felt like December. Niggas is getting murdered and most of them real soldiers. Plenty nights on that corner trying to sell the most YOLO. Watching out for them YOLOs, look, lately I've been feeling some type of way about the fuckery. Niggas doing too much, the shit's really bugging me. Niggas breaking the code, bruh, and that's beyond the streets. That's when niggas putting the line between our feet, never retreat. Heat and arm reach, blowing reefer, thinking about how shit is different and it's hard being optimistic with all the niggas that you missing. And ain't no fucking food in the kitchen, plus them Benjis not to mention. You got a choice, it's your decision. What do you choose to be in? That's where it all began. That's where it all began. And ain't no need to pretend. Little nigga. There ain't no need to pretend. Self-made nigga. My nigga Lil Trip, lay low, twin years. Nigga straight from the bottom, cuz. Trey Block Reptables, nigga.
Top of the top to y'all. I said top of the top to y'all. I said top of the top to y'all. Let me make sure my mic is on and we activated intimate because we got a lot to talk about. Well, I got a lot to talk about this morning. I don't know about we, but I know Philip Douglas. He has a lot to talk about this morning. Let's go ahead and run through our hold on real fast. I just got me some ice water this morning. I said I just got me a little bit of ice water this morning. And this ice been in here for about 2 days. And as you can hear, there's still ice in this thing. So we're going to go ahead and do our quick little run through real fast. You know, you tapped into the top of the top with King Phillip, you know, under the Make a Culture Move podcast, where we talk about the issues within our community, you know, the black and brown community. Dang, I be forgetting to get this going on our anchor. So, you know, y'all gonna have to bear with me real fast while I get this going on the anchor thing real fast. You know what I mean? And I be on too. I be thinking that I be on. I'm gonna say that much. All right. I be thinking that I be on. Intimate. Tools. All right. Like I was saying, you tapped into the top of the top podcast under the Make a Culture Move, where we talk about the issues within our community, you know, the black and brown community that, you know, we're not supposed to talk about. And, you know, the thing is, the minute that we start talking about these issues, you know, our own community begin to start attacking us, you know, coming for us and stuff like that. And in a sense of we're not supposed to talk about these issues and stuff like that. So I'm saying all this to say that I didn't have to go out and get a whole bunch of research to back up my claims, to back up what I'm going to say. You know what I mean? My live experience gives me all the credibility that I need to back up what I'm saying, to back up my claims. I'm also saying that if I say anything that makes anybody feel some kind of way, please take that time to reevaluate why what was said made you feel that kind of way. Please. You don't have to wait to see Philip to, oh, I can't wait to give Philip a piece of my mind. Philip is going to hear everything that I got to say. And bottom line, Philip ain't going to care. You know what I mean? Because Philip said what he said. And that was that, especially if you're going against what Philip is saying. Y'all see how my joint just be shining. That's the, you know what I mean? Get that thing shining on them. Yeah, Timbit. But I'm also saying too, you know, just long story short, you know what I mean? Just take the time to reevaluate why you felt that kind of way. All right. So let's go ahead and do our quick little run through. You know what I mean? Go ahead and check out our website, makeachessmove.org. All things social at Macam 303. All right. What that looks like is you can go in and search it. Just put in Macam 303 in the search bar, or you can go to facebook.com/Macam 303, Instagram /Macam 303, Twitter thing /Macam 303. And we got that Pinterest thing booming as well, /Macam 303. And check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe to that thing too, /Macam 303. You know what I mean? Also, if you have a page that you want us to shout out, you know what I mean? If you got a business page or whatnot that you want us to give you a highlight or whatnot, you know what I mean? Tap on in, you know what I mean? So, like to that extent, check out East End Vision on the IG, doing big things. You can get bedazzled on out with Gems for Queens on the IG. Go ahead and check out the homies at Endgame Association on the IG, and go ahead and check out the homie Body Love by Tal. You know what I mean? Body Love by Tal. She's on the IG as well. All right, get your lips filling and looking all luscious and stuff like that. You intimate? So let's talk about it this morning. All right, let's talk about it this morning. So this is like one of those where are they now episodes. You know what I mean? Because in the early season of the first season that we was doing this top of the top thing, I was talking about how I had got kicked out of a youth violence prevention group. And the reason I had got kicked out was because I was told that I bring bureaucrat, whatever bureaucracies. I can't even say the word, you know what I mean, to the group. That I bring a different kind of energy, and the energy that I just brought was, can we be on time if we supposed to start at 4:00? Why is niggas in here scrolling around at 4:05, 4:03? You know what I mean? It's little shit, but at the same time, if our overall goal is to try to decrease youth violence, and if we only have from 4 to 5, why are we not maximizing the time that we have? We got to wait for niggas to come in, because I don't know why. You know what I mean? When it's just a click of the button. All right, so I had said something about that, just in terms of holding each other accountable, holding that bar right here and hoping that we can achieve it. And that got niggas feeling some kind of way. Also, I had asked at the time, why were we paying a coordinator $67,000 to coordinate? You know what I mean? When this individual has his own nonprofit that he say he do work to make our black better than average, you know what I mean, in our community. So if you have your own business, your own nonprofit, why the fuck you want to sit on the sideline and coordinate? You know what I mean? That was something else that I asked. So after that, I had got kicked out of the group. All right, mind you, we were invited to this group because I guess there was some value that the person who invited us saw with the work that we're doing with Malcolm and stuff like that. So with that being said too, there was some folks in there that was like, shit, I think this would be better off without Philip. You know what I mean? Because Philip, he's gonna talk, he's gonna say something that he you know what I mean, that he gonna call bullshit, he's gonna call a spade a spade. So I'm saying all that to say, the money behind the group, they found out that I was kicked out of the group. They asked to bring me back in. They asked me if I was wanting to come back in. They asked the group if they were willing to bring me back in and if I could come back in. Basically, like, yeah, let Phillip back in there. So I came back in the group. My new attitude was, okay, if somebody is late, I ain't gonna say nothing. If they're not a part of Macam, you know what I mean? If they're not a part of my staff and what we're doing with Macam, I'm not gonna say nothing to them. If somebody from Macam is like, yeah, I'm gonna air their ass out, you know what I mean? But we on our shit. We ain't missed a meeting. You know what I mean? The energy that we brought was, we are here for the community. We know the need for us in our community. All right. So so the first meeting, all right, they asked us how much we needed to run the program, man. We're getting ready to go into our summer. So I'm thinking that they just thinking about summer programming. So at that time, it was just me and that means I'm like, okay, I say 33,000 just for the summer. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that they were talking about like for a full year. How long would it take for you to grow Macam's capacity? How much would you need to grow Macam's capacity for a whole year? You know what I mean? I didn't realize that they were saying that. I was just looking at the summer. So I said 33,000. All right. After I had met with my team, you know what I mean? We had came back to like, nah, that's not for a full year. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So we had re-put in, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, yeah. So then let's look at quarters, 33, 33, 33. Let's put in for 99. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Let's do it like that. My man, he was looking at the numbers. My guy in the chair, he was looking at the numbers. He was like, nah, let's go ahead and meet him in the middle. Let's say 75. Mind you, we have folks in there who put in for 95,000. We had 3 organizations to put in for 60,000. We had the 67 for the coordinator, and we had 20,000. So it came out to be about 3 something, but they ended up writing and receiving 250,000. All right, as a collective. This is all going to be public information. You know what I mean? I ain't going to tell y'all nothing that's not public information. So they ended up raising 250,000. All right, just to break it all down, you know what I mean, to distribute to the groups. After we had, you know, this is like our third meeting this is like the third meeting this round, maybe October, where we tell them October 2020, where we tell them, okay, yeah, when we had met in September, that 33 wasn't it. We resubmitted the 75, and they was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this into the funding. Boom. Fast forward, me getting kicked out of the group, me coming back into the group, to where we are right now, where we have the funding. All right. Mind you, the only meetings that we missed in this entire group was the meetings that we were kicked out was when we were kicked out of the group. Those were the only meetings that we had missed. Macam as a whole, you know, there was always somebody from Macam, whether it was me or whether it was my guy in a chair. You know what I mean? There was always somebody from Macam present and activated in these meetings. So I was told, you know, long story short, instead of giving us the 75 that we had asked for so that we can run our capacity, we can run our program and grow Macam's capacity for the year, you know, instead of giving us the 75, they cut us more than 50%, looking at, and gave us the 33 that was the original ask, and that was just for the summer. All right. Where everybody else, I'm gonna tell you, everybody else that's in the group got exactly what they asked for, except for one other person, except for 2 other people. One person, one group, they didn't get nothing because they're the fiscal sponsors. Like, they don't need it. They didn't need it. They like, well, we're gonna be the fiscal sponsor anyway. So if you cut us in, great. If not, we'll still be the fiscal sponsor. So their little 60,000, they like, oh, we didn't need it anyways. You know what I mean? And the other group, they only got they asked for 95, and then they kept coming back asking for more. So the I think the end ask was like 115, 120, one something, but they ended up getting 75 from the group, but additional funding from other sources outside of the group. So the group plugged them into additional funding. All right. So they were still able to meet what they asked for. We asked for 75 and we got 33. Mind you, we are the only one in the group who was doing exactly what the group was brought together for. The group was brought together to do some kind of cross programming, you know, where the programs can mix, where the youth can be able to experience the different cultures across the city, you know, with different programming and stuff like that. So the cohort being brought together, you know what I mean, to do some cross programming. We know the need for Malcolm in our community is heavy. I'm just trying to figure out, number one, I know my bottom line is I know I'm gonna continue to do the work, period. Not doing the work is not the question. So I'm gonna continue to do the work. You know, my thing is, I wonder if the other groups know, like they cut us more than 50% of what we asked for. Like the groups who got all they asked and we didn't get anything, and we're still offering program to them for free, damn near. Like I haven't asked nobody for, I just started asking this morning. I at first I was like, you know what? I can come in there and volunteer my time. I can volunteer my time to make sure that we get Malcolm running at y'all's programs, at y'all's schools, at y'all's summer program, whatever it is. But we're not going to bring our youth. The model that Malcolm set up for the co-facilitation with the youth, you know what I mean, with the Malcolm facilitators, with the Malcolm youth facilitators, they weren't going to come out there and do it for free. So I was willing to sacrifice my time and do it for free. But now I'm like, shit, why would I even question doing this for free when they got paid everything that they asked for, whether it was directly or indirectly? Why would I not ask for $250 per session? And at this point, you know, I'm thinking about increasing my own personal facilitation package up. Shoot, that 250 is for 2 youth. I'm thinking about going up to 500 per session. If you want it, that's fine. If you don't, if you want, that's fine. You know what I mean? Because I know the bottom line, y'all got the money. If y'all gonna spend the money on hiring staff, hiring coordinators, that has the least to do with the program, then we're gonna get that. We're gonna ask for the most. We're gonna ask for the highest. You know what I mean? We're gonna ask for what we're worth. And right now, my worth is $50, $500 per session. Per session. That's it. That's my ask. Whether the session is 30 minutes, whether the session is an hour, whether the session is 3 hours. My ass. I'm at that $500 per session, you know, mark. especially when I know folks in they organizations and businesses and schools and got the money. So I'm saying that to say too, also, with us supposed to be partners and collaborators, and this is a group. I would really love for the rest of the group to be like, you know what? Y'all didn't cut Malcolm in on everything that they asked for. And Malcolm is still pushing program with us. They still trying to train facilitators over here so that we can deliver and have in-house Malcolm, so that they can do and train Malcolm facilitators over here, so y'all can have in-house Malcolm over there too, in-house Malcolm over here too, in-house Malcolm everywhere. Y'all ain't paying Malcolm so they can do that. You know what? Here they can have 10,000 from mines. Here they can have 15,000 from ours. Here y'all can have 10,000 from theirs. Their 75. That's their 75. I would be man. That would be a whole move. Talk about a village. Talk about a village. I mean, I put the energy out there, that because of the fact that's something that Malcolm would do. That I say that's something that Malcolm would do, because that's something that I would do, and I'm leading Malcolm. Just saying, if I was a part of a group and a whole group, especially, if the only one that's in the group that is doing and pushing the cross programming shit, if he is the only one, and I know that they see it, I know that they're hearing it, and y'all jerk them, y'all may not see it as a jerk, but it's a full fist up the ass. You bitch ass niggas. Oh man, it's a full jerk. But like I said, I know the need for Malcolm, and I know, I was just looking at this book, The Four Agreements. One of the agreements in this book, I read this book at least once a year. One of the agreements in this book is don't take anything personal. Don't take anything personal. All right, that's one of the four agreements in this book. Don't take anything personal. According to this book, if you live life according to these four agreements, you will live the best life that you could live. Don't take anything personal is one of the four agreements. It's hard not to when stuff like this happens within our own community. This is a Black group. And again, I gave y'all the, the front load, to the point where we had got kicked out of the group, because I call myself, I look at it like me holding the group accountable. All right. And I ask questions that I guess I wasn't supposed to ask. So, I mean, I have no answer for it. I have no answer for it, really. For them at the top to even just be like, okay, well, let's go ahead and cut Malcolm out. You know what I mean? Of more than 50% of what they asked for. And let's give everybody else everything that they asked for. How would they? I mean, my thing is too, if the other group members was in there, you know what I mean? If they see the numbers, I mean, because the thing is, my guy in the chair, he was able to get access to who got paid how much, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So let me say too, again, in these meetings, we only miss the meetings that we were not invited to. What I mean by is that we did not get or receive a Zoom link or an invitation to the office or anything like that. Like our emails was not attached to the emails. Like other conversations was being held, you know what I mean, without us. I mean, other conversations was being held about us without us. You know what I mean? Those are the only meetings that we missed. Mind you, this is the interesting. This is the interesting part. I had homies get killed, family members pass. You know what I mean? Mentees die. You know, the COVID took a couple good ones. You know what I mean? This is all throughout. You know, this the meetings and shit too. Mind you, I'm in these meetings. Activated too. And what I say by activated, I say I'm ready. You know, activated means Phillip is ready. He's alert. He's attentive. He's engaged in conversations. You know what I mean? Activated. All right. So it's not, you know, it's not just me in these meetings with my camera off type shit. Nah, Phillip don't do those. You know what I mean? Phillip's camera is on in every meeting he's in. Phillip is activated in every meeting he's in. Like, come on. So I'm saying that to say too, we're the only group that can say that. They had to switch facilitators because the original facilitator, the coordinator, he didn't like how I asked, why are we paying you $67,000 to coordinate? So he left, got a job with the city doing the same youth violence prevention work that we are doing in this group. You know, and it's silly how niggas don't get respect from black folks, so they go over to the white folks and then white folks just love them. Just love them. Just love them. It's funny to me, but they switched facilitators. So even to the point where, you know, the facilitators are supposed to be there every day, but we still been in more meetings than the actual facilitators, the hosts of the meetings. Activated since September. There's 52 Mondays in a year, and we probably met for about probably pushing 40 of them now. You know what I mean? Maybe 35. And if we've been to about 30 of them meetings, and there's another group that's probably been to about 5 of them, and they got everything they asked for, mind you. Mind you, I'm just trying to figure out how this is working out. You know, Phillip is not trying to take it personal because Phillip know the need for Malcolm in our community. But when we look at things like this, like if a group has only came to, and I'm being modest, that 5 is like, nigga, that's you showing love with that 5. All right. If we've had about 35 meetings and we weren't invited to about 3 of them, and then there was like 2 meetings that we didn't have because of holidays and shit like that, or something that came up. So we went to about 30 of them. We made it to 30 meetings activated. And there's another group who only made it to about maybe 5. Mind you, again, I'm not taking nothing from nobody, because even with the losses we experienced at Macomb, you know what I mean, that I experienced directly and indirectly, you know, there's losses all across the board. I wasn't the only one that experienced losses. You know what I mean? Everybody was experiencing losses. But at the same time, we still made it to a point where Macomb was at that table. If, like I said, if I wasn't there, my guy in the chair was there. If my guy in the chair or myself couldn't be there, I would make sure that Young Huff was in there or Omni was in there. I would make sure that somebody from Macomb was in there in that meeting. Activated. It's called capacity. We growing. If we have a team, we got to have somebody at this table. If you're getting paid what you asked for, the whole 60 bands, and you only made it to 5 of the meetings, and we made it to 30 of the meetings at least, and I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm just showing y'all the difference. I'm just showing y'all the the energy that we're putting into this. All right. I'm just showing y'all, and I'm not done sharing with y'all the energy that I'm putting into this. All right. It comes down to I'm not matching our work up against nobody, but that's what it seems like is happening, is that the work that we do with Malcolm isn't valued as much as the work that other folks that don't come to these meetings, you know what I mean, are valued. Or is it? Because I don't believe that shit, not in the least bit. You got me fucked up all the way. All the way. Or is it? I mean, in these groups, they go out and drink together. They out there hanging out and going traveling and shit together. Phillip don't travel with them. Phillip is in his own little envelope. Malcolm is on, you know what I mean? East Side babies. You know, so we over here. Is it because they all know each other and they all mix and mingle with each other? Is it because they were all a part of voting me out of the group, like them not being comfortable with me being in a group? Is that why everybody got everything that they wanted and I didn't? And Malcolm didn't? Just trying to see, like, how do we not take something like this personal? Because at the end of the day, this is not how our program is. This is not how our model is ran at all. This is not how our model is ran. I'm not going to have the youth up there doing it for free. And then if I do it for free, y'all got to look like, okay, we taking money out of his kids' mouths. Y'all asking for me to do it for free. Y'all claiming y'all ain't got the budget. You know, at that point, you're asking me to do it. You know what I mean? And you're taking money and food out of my kids' mouths. That's what that comes down to. You may not see it. Y'all may not see it like that. But if you're, but you know, that's just another piece. All right. So just last week, I mean, and I can give y'all names and stuff like that if y'all interested. All right. I'm gonna keep that open. So if y'all commenting, if y'all want names and stuff like that, we can drop them. You know, Phillip is okay, because in in this nonprofit world, you know what I mean, there is a whole lot of stuff that people don't talk about, people don't discuss. Like I said, if y'all go to Malcolm's page, let me tell y'all, let me show y'all. If y'all go to Malcolm's page, all right, let me pull it up real fast. Let me share the screen with y'all real fast. A lot of nonprofits can't do this. A lot of nonprofits won't do this. All right. All right, I'm gonna say that much. All right, but if you go to our page, our website, and under the missions, if you go to financials, we have our financials on here. Our 2020s will be uploaded as well by the end of this year. But we have our financials on here where you can click and you can see Malcolm's financials. I mean, everything is on there, from what we made to what we expended out to who supported the work that we're doing, you know, the nonprofits and the foundations and stuff like that, to the schools that's paying us. You know what I mean? We're in compliance to even to the staff's breakdown. You know, and that's the beauty of it. Y'all can come over here and see how much I get paid a year. All right. Organizations are not doing this. Why not? Are y'all not wanting people to know what y'all are doing with y'all's money? What are y'all really doing with y'all's money? These organizations and nonprofits can't show their financials, can't be as transparent as we are. They can't do that. Why not? Why are we giving them? I mean, I'm just curious, asking these questions, you know what I mean, that I probably shouldn't be asking. But why are we giving folks money who can't show what they're doing with their money the right way? All right. And I just showed you through the financials on your website. And I remember growing up, in the nonprofit sector. Mind you, I got in when I was 14. I remember hearing that businesses or nonprofits have to show their financials. They have to show their financials. All right. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and check another organization real quick while I still got y'all on here with me. Let me see. Let me see if they got theirs on here. And I'm sure they don't. Yep, just like I called it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I called it. I called it. Yeah, it's I just know at the end of the day, God is gonna continue to bless us. God is gonna continue to make sure that we serve, that we can continue to serve. And everybody who claims to serve God don't claim them. You know what I mean? So, and we just know that this work will continue to get done on our end, the right work. You know what I mean? We ain't in this to, create, videos and movies of our summer program. Top of the top, and happy Malcolm Friday to you, Miss Christine. It's good to see you. You know what I mean? We ain't in it for that. We ain't in it for no accolades, awards, news articles. We in it to see these babies grow old and get gray hairs. We in it to see these mothers stop crying over their dead babies' bodies, or these babies' mothers or wives crying over their husbands, or you know what I mean? That's what we in it for. We in it to see these kids have daddies that they can look up to. These mamas is even getting killed out here. We in it for these reasons, for the right reasons. And a lot of the times I'm realizing that being in it for the right reasons, that's God testing your faith, because the devil is going to come in and he going to come in and jerk you. Devil come in all kind of forms. Come in all kind of forms. And nothing is worse than feeling jerked. Nothing is worse than feeling jerked. Oh man, nothing is worse than feeling jerked. Like it's like you knew, it's like you knew better and you still chose to. Yeah, nothing is worse than feeling jerked. Intimate. So I hope one of these people from the group see this. I hope they relay the message to the rest of the group. I hope they do what I had suggested. You know what I mean? If they do that, that'd be some stand-up shit. Like, then I know that I'm in the right group. You know what I mean? I know that, from that point, like, shit, they fuck with us. You know what I mean? I know that. And people ask me, why don't I, they be like, oh, Malcolm, you don't fuck with me. Oh, Malcolm, oh, Phil, y'all don't fuck with us out here. Let's see. I mean, I've opened that door. Be honest. I've opened that door. I've called y'all. I've texted y'all. I've emailed y'all. I've picked up the phone when y'all called. I've opened that door. Trust me. So y'all can't say that Malcolm or Phillip don't fuck with y'all because Phillip opened that door. Now let's see if y'all truly fuck with Malcolm. All right. So that's all I got for today. You know, even though you're gonna get jerked, don't stop doing the work. Period. All right, that's it. That's how we're gonna leave it on this tone. Even though you're gonna get jerked, don't stop doing the work. Period. Y'all Malcolm out there, man. If every Malcolm member was just like me, what would this world